listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of my friends around the world. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County, 62 degrees going up to a lovely high 74. I've been out already this morning and it was beautiful. I came out and I was like, oh my God, this is so nice. So happy Monday, y'all. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I had a pretty busy weekend up until yesterday, which I actually took the entire day. When I tell y'all the entire day, I did nothing but rest. I rested the entire. That's unusual for me. That's unusual, but I had a very active weekend starting from Thursday on through. So I had meetings Thursday morning. I had the bowl Thursday night. I had meeting Friday mornings. I had meetings Saturday morning. I did two meetings on Saturday, 2 meetings on Friday, plus work and meetings, and then bowling on. So Sunday, when Sunday came, I was completely just tired. So I took a minute to just relax on Sunday, which I mean I did nothing, y'all. I literally showered, ate breakfast, and just I binged on TV. I know somebody is saying binged on TV. Yes, I binged on TV. That's what I did. I did nothing, and I didn't want to do anything, And I said to my husband, because he did nothing on Saturday and I did nothing on Sunday. I was like, I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanted to relax and just. Now here's the thing, though. Here's the funny thing about me, right? Yes, I did. I did nothing, right? But the funny thing is, even though I did nothing, I felt extremely tired. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. I did nothing, but I felt extremely tired. So that's crazy for me. Anyway, I did have a good time. This weekend I did they had an event over in Snellville, in Centerville. They were talking about the future of Centerville, and what was interesting is that I got a chance to go around and see like all the different departments they had, and the county has a lot going on, y'all. I didn't realize how intricate it is to run the county. So to run the county, there are so many moving parts, and so at that event alone. That event had so many moving parts just for Centerville, which is unincorporated Snellville. It had so many moving parts just for that, and the zoning process. And I must have stood to the zoning table, no, not the zoning table, the mapping table, about 35 minutes, just understanding the mapping process. It is, and it was so intriguing. Like I could have pulled up a chair and just sat there. I'm a geek, right? I know y'all saying, really, Audrey? Yes, I could have. I could have pulled up a chair and just sat there and just, because it was so much going on. It was so much actually going on with how processes work here in the county. Like there are so many things that you have to do certain things, and honestly, if you don't know about them, you would get lost in the sauce. Like you really would. Because it's just a lot of moving parts, and I'm standing there. That's what kept me standing there for so long. All of the moving parts that go into so many things, like getting a permit, knowing what's zoned, knowing what's not zoned. It was just a lot of stuff, but it was interesting. And I stood there for quite a long time, just paying attention to what the lady was saying. She was so nice. Her name was Jocelyn. Shout out to Jocelyn over at in the mapping. I think it's Maps. GIS and Maps at Gwinnett County. Shout out to her. She really did a great job explaining stuff to me and Marion. So Marion is a part of the think tank. Shout out to her. She said she's been doing it for a minute. She's been a part of the think tank for that area, and so she was there. She and I was like walking side by side to every station, just learning about how things actually work. And I'm telling y'all, it's a lot that goes into making stuff work here in Gwinnett County. And I really, the more I get a chance to look behind the scenes, the more I have to commend the people that work behind the scenes, because their job doesn't seem easy from the outside. When you walk in to get something zoned or to get a permit, it seems real easy. But when you actually see how that stuff works, I'm like, wow, like this is pretty intricate. So it seemed like a well-oiled machine, which it probably is, because it probably has some really capable people that are behind the scenes. But for the most part, it's a lot that goes into that. And just standing there talking to Jocelyn for the amount of time I did, I got a chance to kind of look and see like what she does. And I was like, that's pretty doggone. And I could have stood there and listened to her all day because it was so many moving pieces. And my back started to hurt because I was standing there for so long. And so I was like, okay, my back is starting to hurt. But it was just interesting. So I had a really long day on Saturday. And then after that, I went to BT Parker's masquerade ball, the first time ever that I've gone to a masquerade ball, and I had my mask on. And I gotta tell y'all, that mask was really hot. I was like, "Ooh, this is hot." So I had the mask on probably for a good 10-15 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to take this off because my face was hot, and I was like, maybe I should got a different kind. I got a cute kind. It's all snug on your face. I'm like, how in the world do they actually keep this thing on the entire time? That was hot to me, but it was nice. So she did this fundraiser event, and her event was to support the Boys and Girls Club. And that's the Boys and Girls Club still is a very important organization for a lot of youth. I remember when I was a little girl, my brother was 6 and I was 7. I didn't really go to the Boys and Girls Club because I was like a nerd, y'all. My mother could give me a book and I was fine. My brother, on the other hand, she always tried to keep him involved in stuff. So he went to the Boys and Girls Club. That's when he started playing football. And he started playing football from the age of 6. And he's still a football fanatic to this day. He's a football coach. He played high school football. He played football all the way up through college. And then once he graduated college, he became a football coach. So he coaches at South Gwinnett High School. And he's been coaching forever. And he's an educator, so he's been teaching and coaching forever. So, he grew up in that. But that was because of the Boys and Girls Club. So BT does this fundraiser. It's a masquerade ball. Now next year I'm gonna be ready. Like I wasn't quite ready. But next year I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna have my gown. I didn't even have on a gown. I said, hey, do I have to wear a gown? Because I don't have a gown. And she's like, no, not everybody has a gown. I'm like, okay, great. So I didn't have on a gown, but I did look cute. I looked like I was going to something for Halloween. That's what I looked like. I was in all black with my masquerade ball on. It was cute. I'm gonna post a picture on the website later. So go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to look at my picture with my mask on. I look like my eyes are looking really Chinese in there. My daughter, I said I look like I'm Asian, but people say that anyway. They say I got chinky eyes, and so I've been told that my entire life, and I'm okay with that because that's those are my eyes. What am I going to do about that? And I'm not complaining because I tell my granddaughter my granddaughter and my oldest nephew, we all got the same kind of chinky eyes. So people always say, oh, her eyes are so beautiful. But they've always said that to me. Your eyes are so beautiful. So when people started saying it to her, I just tell them, sugar baby, tell them the eyes have it. Yes, the eyes have it. All right, so let me get on with this show, y'all. Let me get on with the show. Let's get this baller rolling. Today is Monday, October the 17th. Do you listen? It is October the 17th. Yes, it is. Time waits for no one, not even you and I. It does not wait, and it is moving. It's also National Bosses Day. Shout out to all the black poets out there. It's Black Poetry Day, National Edge Day, National Mulligan Day, National Pasta Day, National Clean Your Virtual Desktop Day. Yeah, I probably need to do that. I got a lot of stuff in my recycling bin on my computer. I need to dump it, as a matter of fact. So it's National Virtual Clean Your Desktop Day and National Pasta Day. So for those of you who love pasta, I'm not a pasta lover. My daughter loves pasta. What you cooking? She making something with pasta all the time. What you cooking? I'm making pasta. She loves pasta. She did not get that from me because I am not a pasta lover. I will eat certain things I want. My husband makes spaghetti, right? I don't really eat spaghetti. Like, I really don't. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to taste it. I had like 2 tablespoons, literally. So last night he said, you ate spaghetti? I was like, yeah, I had a little bit. It was fine. It's just something about the spaghetti noodles that I don't like. Now, I like fettuccine. I love fettuccine. And I will eat lasagna. I'm not going to say, hey, we should make a lasagna. You won't hear me say that. I like cannelloni, which is weird. And I like shells. But I never say, hey, let's make that ever. Like, if I'm going out to dinner somewhere and they have it, I'll eat it. But those are not dishes that I was like, I'm going to make some pasta. I'm going to make some. No, you're not going to hardly ever hear me say that. Because I'm not that person. But for somebody, they love pasta. Like my daughter, she eats it probably 3 times a week. I eat crabs like that. We all got our own vices, baby. We all got our own vices. Crabs happen to be mine. All right, let's keep this train moving. Let's do these horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrology Michael Thompson for today, Monday, October the 17th. Shout out to all the birthdays that I missed last week. I think I missed a few. So shout out to all of those who had birthdays that I missed. Hope you had a beautiful birthday. Happy belated birthday. And shout out to everybody who's celebrating a birthday today. I don't know who you are, but happy birthday, baby. Happy birthday. All right, we're going to kick this thing off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Financial investments that deal with joint money can be extremely prosperous. Try to avoid functions that will bring you in contact with those you find difficult to get along with. This is a good day to check your investments. All right, listen, check your money. Listen, Aries, check on the money. See where you are. And financial investments that deal with joint money can be extremely prosperous. Now, make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure the person that you're doing it with is somebody that you trust. And make sure that you understand what exactly you're doing. If you do not understand, consult a professional. Taurus, focus on what's important rather than spreading yourself too thin and accomplishing little. You can make life easier for an older member of your family. Visit friends or relatives you see rarely. All right, go check out somebody you haven't seen in a while. I had to, I'm so busy most of the time. One of my best friends, I hadn't talked to her probably in a month. Maybe not a month, maybe like 3 weeks. And I was like, man, I haven't talked to her. So right before I went to bed last night, I was like, let me pick up the phone and call her. Like, I did that twice this week. One of my friends I literally hadn't talked to since July. And I was like, wait a minute, I haven't talked to her since July. And I know we're all busy. I know she's very busy. Now my other one, she's not busy. She's not doing anything. But I hadn't spoken to her. And I was like, let me pick up the phone and say hi, see what's going on. And these are people that I care deeply about. But I know my life is pretty busy and I will forget. And but I picked up the phone and called 2 people I hadn't spoken to in a minute. And so talk to folks, especially people you haven't seen in a while. If you can visit those people, do that. Gemini, don't avoid your true feelings. Being unappreciated by your boss can make it hard to do your work effectively. Be upfront if you don't want to get embarrassed. All right, so be upfront. If you like me and hate being embarrassed, be upfront. I don't like being embarrassed. I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't know anybody that likes being. Some people don't care if they get embarrassed though. They're like, I don't care, because they will embarrass themselves. I'm gonna go out of my way not to embarrass myself. But some folks don't care. They're like, whatever. That too shall pass. That's not me. That's not me. Cancer, set a limit on the amount of time you're willing to spend and be sure to stick to it. You will be emotional and when dealing with coworkers or employers. Someone envious of your popularity, may challenge you to a debate. All right, watch that person, Cancer, because that's somebody in your inner circle, right? They're envious of you. They want to challenge you in front of everybody. Watch that person. You don't have to answer the challenge. Just realize, okay, so that's you, and fall back. Just get them out of your circle as quickly as possible, because you don't need envious people in your circle. And some people don't even know they're envious. They just know that they hate to see you get ahead, or everything you do, they try to do. That's an envious person. That's not even a person that's trying to model you. That's somebody that's envious. You got people who won't share information with you because they don't want you to get ahead of them. That's an envious person. So if you recognize anybody in your circle, anybody, especially that person that stepped to you today, Cancer, and they trying to challenge you, you don't have to answer that challenge. You don't have to debate with them. Fall back. Like, you know what? Go ahead with yourself. I ain't even with it. You're not about to mess my energy. You are not about to mess up my energy because you got issues. Go on about your business. Get on. I'm just saying, get that energy away from you, baby. You don't need it. Let them go deal with their nonsense. That's their crap. That's their insecurities. Let them deal with their own insecurities in their own way. Don't you get involved in that. You do not have to answer that challenge, and you do not have to be a part of that debate. It's up to you. Now, I know you, Cancer. Sometimes you like drama. So fall back from the drama today, okay? Leo, talk to peers who trust in order. You trust in order to get sound advice. Problems with large corporations or institutions are apparent. There could be opposition or temper tantrums on the home front. All right, so you got opposition and temper tantrums. Listen, deal with it. That's up to them to have a temper tantrum. If you set the rules and the rules of what they are, they need to figure out how to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, talk to your peers you trust and get some sound advice. And maybe some sound advice about the people in your house who's having temper tantrums. Like I'm hoping that some little kid having a temper tantrum. Hope it's not a grown person. Like, really? For real. Get over it. Virgo, Someone you live with will be quite unreasonable. What is up with the family today, baby? Ooh, Lord. What side the moon is on this week? Someone in your family, someone you live with will be quite unreasonable. Your diplomatic approach and rather outgoing nature will enhance your reputation and bring you the support you need. Pleasure trips will bring you into contact with new and interesting people. All right, so that unreasonable person, why are they unreasonable today, Virgo? You know what I mean? And so, I don't know how you're gonna deal with it because you gotta live with those people. I don't know how you're gonna fix it, but I would tell them, listen, I want to say something else. Get your stuff together, but this is a family show. You know, I'm not in the mood for all the nonsense. So you might want to get that together. You want to be unreasonable, then you need to go somewhere else with that. Do not try to bring my energy down. That's what you figure out what you're gonna say to them. In the meantime, pleasure trips will bring you in contact with some new and interesting people. Sounds good, right? New and interesting. What does that mean? Could be fun. Could be fun, Virgo. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song and bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thotson. So stay tuned.
Just text, I know it's a toss up, but I hate the fact that we lost touch. Ayy, the Uber pulling up on call. Tell me, is you trying to fall through? I'ma leave it up to you. What you wanna do? Look, I'm trying to spend this time with you. Know we overdue. What you doing right now? Baby, won't you swing my way? It's been a day and I've been thinking out loud. I know I want you. Long time since the last time. Got a tab, we could run up. Knew you from the way, now we grown up. My look, yeah, made the realest ones nervous. But if you want it, tap in. I think that I know somewhere that we could go to crash land. We could keep the pace on slow jam. Don't leave me on red. Can we go back where we first began? No plans, all we had was the moment. Just text, I know it's a toss-up. I was, now I'm paid by the sentence. Taking my time with it. Baby, give me yours, so I could get them butterflies trapped in your rib cage. Let me know we on the same page. Give me with a text, voice note or an emoji. Waiting all day for your name on the ID. So if you want it, tap in. I think that I know somewhere that we could go to crash land. And we could keep the pace on slow jam. Don't leave me on red. Can we go back where we first began? No plans, all we had was the moment. Just text, I know it's a toss-up. But I hate the fact that we lost touch.
Welcome back, welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney bringing you the Daily Horoscopes, brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. I always forget how slow that song ends. Like, it's so upbeat and then it goes all the way down and ends very, very slow, like the ending of a cartoon, like a Disney show. It puts me in the mind of Disney every single time. I'm thinking that sounds like a Disney show. All right, anyway, welcome back. Let's pick this thing up with Libra. Back off if you want to keep your relationship intact. Don't be too quick to respond to a plea for help. You can enhance your cash flow if you pick up additional skills. All right, listen, back off, Libra. You could be a little pushy, but if you want to keep your relationship intact, you need to fall back a minute. Fall back. In the meantime, do some work on yourself. You want to get some more money? Up level your skills. Yes, there are so many ways to do it. I can go into this a million times, which I always do. But there are so many things you can learn right now. You can go online and get certifications for stuff. You can go online. Whew, just to think about that make me tired. It is so many things that you can do right now to bring in additional money. So many things. But here's the thing, and this is what I find people are not willing to do. They're not willing to find the time to get the skills that they need that's going to help them bring in the extra cash. They're just not willing. See, I'm a learner, and learners are earners, so I like learning new stuff. But I got to be honest with you, there are things that I know I can learn and I will probably excel in, but I'm like, yeah, I want to learn that. Now, the things that I feel like is going to help my business right now, I will take time and learn that all day long. But any new things that's outside of what I'm doing right now, which is building a media empire, right? If it doesn't pertain to that, I'm not going to take it. But for those of you who are looking for new ways to make more money, it's just go out there and learn. It's so much information. It's so many ways to learn, y'all. It's so many. All you got to do is make a commitment in time. So Libra, you need some more money? Learn something new. That's anybody right now. Anybody that's saying, I need to make some extra money. Learn something new. Learn how to do something else. Stop. You've been doing the same thing for 25 years and you're still struggling. Learn something new. Get a certification in something else, because the minute you put some kind of, effort into your learning, effort into your personal development, things are going to start to change for you. Every time I do that with my business, I see things change. Every time. And it's so weird, because I say to myself, wow, okay, that worked. Let me do a little bit more of that, because I want more of that to work in my life. You gotta be willing to learn something new. Scorpio, you're on the right track and can make money if you're willing to go out on a limb. Don't let emotional upset force you into the poorhouse. Jealous colleagues may try to undermine you. Okay, listen, you're on the right track. Now, here's the thing about that limb. I'm not telling you not to go out on the limb. I'm just saying make sure the limb is strong enough to hold you. Ooh, let me say it again, Scorpio. I'm not telling you not to go out on a limb. I'm just saying make sure that the limb is strong enough to hold you when you get out there. Because what you don't want it to happen is that you're trying to make this money and you're on the right track, and then you go out on this limb and it's a weak limb. Because then you're going to fall. So just make sure that the limb can hold you. In the meantime, watch out for them backstabbers. They're out there trying to do something to make you look bad. So watch your back. They smile in your face, and all the time they want to take your place. Them backstabbers. Watch them. Watch them. Okay? Sagittarius, your need to put great detail into everything you do may cause you to miss the overall picture. Stop being a perfectionist is what they're saying, Sagittarius. It's a good time for long-awaited relationships to begin. Investments may not be as lucrative as you thought. All right, look, stop. Listen, I know you want to put some great detail into everything, right? But you're going to miss the overall picture. You're trying to be a perfectionist. Don't be a perfectionist. Get started. Fix what you need to fix later. I know somebody says, no, don't do it like that. Yes, because here's what's going to happen. The more you sit there and try to perfect it and try to make sure everything is right, you're losing time. Time that you cannot get back, Sagittarius. So here's what you do. Listen, I'll start everything and fix it along the way. People can say what they want to say. As long as I get it started, I know I can fix it along the way. That's all I'm saying. Because the longer I sit there and wait on it, I got to make sure this is right. Make sure that's right. Make sure this right. And then nothing happens. Stop that. Stop it. Sagittarius, get moving. Capricorn, don't let your emotions interfere with your efficiency. You may have a problem with someone you live with if you don't include them in your gathering. Try to get everyone involved. It will help bring you closer. Yeah. My brother and I was talking about that recently. Like, it's time for us to have a dinner. Like, we know we had the 4th of July and we have Christmas and Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving is right around the corner. But he was saying go out to dinner. Because, sometimes you got so many personalities in a family, and when you got people who make up stuff in their head and you don't know why, and you just know that you haven't seen them for like 7 months and you don't know why, sometimes you just have to be the bigger person. So, okay, let's get everybody together, and so that's what he was talking about. So we're gonna probably do something like that in a minute. Only thing is, right now it's all about football, so we got to pin him down. Aquarius, talk to someone with experience about budgets or consolidating debt. You will be able to get your own way if you use your intellectual charm and know-how. Put your energy into money-making ventures. All right, listen, I got a client friend. She's a client friend now. She started out as a client. All my clients turn into friends. Yeah. So I have a client friend, pretty much all of them turn into friends. I have 4 clients that are now good friends. I have a lot of clients, but I have 4 that have become good friends. Anyway, my client friend is working on a program right now that's going to be a great program, and it's all about budgets and consolidating debt and investments and how to get yourself back on the track. And I'll be talking to you more about that as she gets ready to roll it out. So she's going to be rolling out the program. I want to say Black Friday. I think it's Black Friday. But anyway, when she gives me the information, I'll be happy to share that with you guys. So you'll have it. You'll have it as a part of your financial plan moving forward. So just listen for that. It's going to be a great program too. We talked about it yesterday. We talk about it all the time because I was like, yeah, you should add this, you should do that. And this is the lot that she's going to be able to do with that, but it's going to be a lot of people she's going to be able to help with that. So Aquarius, in the meantime, you talk to somebody with the experience about consolidating your debts, okay? All right. Create a budget. I know people hate the word budget is like a bad word. No, it's not a bad word. You need to know what you're spending so you know how to cut costs. Let me tell y'all something. I'm a numbers person, and so I have numbers in my head all the time, but I have them also written down on paper so I can go back and look. As a matter of fact, I have to do an expense review today because I killed some stuff, but I also added some stuff. Now I need to make sure that the stuff I added are things that I really need. I already know one right off the top of my head that I added. I'm like, yeah, I don't need that one. And I don't need it because I decided to shift something, so I don't need it. So I'm going to go back and look at my expense review and make sure that I'm on point for my budget. That's called good business, just in case y'all didn't know that. All right, last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, you could find yourself left with someone's dirty laundry. People that know me know I do not like dirty laundry. Opportunities will come through long-term investments. Yes, I take that. You can offer your mate a commitment or promise that will help stabilize your personal life. What in the world is that going to be? Fish, I don't even know what we can offer them at this point. What can we offer them? What can we offer our mate? What commitment? What promise that's going to stabilize your personal life? I don't know what that is, and unless my mate tells me what that is, I have no idea. So here's the thing: if you're like me and you waited for them to tell you what it is before you know, you might want to ask, hey, what can I offer you right now as a part of a commitment or promise to help stabilize our personal life? I don't know what that is. And someone has to tell me. In the meantime, yes, opportunities come through long-term investments. I'm looking at all. When I tell y'all, I've heard some stuff that I've never heard before. Like I heard people invest in, I heard this before, in mobile homes. I heard that before. One of my friends has told me he was investing in mobile homes. I said, that's cool. I heard somebody today say they was investing in ambulance. Yeah, like that. Woo, ambulance. I'm like, ambulance. But then when I thought about it, I said, most ambulance companies are privately owned. Never thought about that. And guess what? They're not going out of style. I was like, wait a minute. So I hear some of the most fascinating things. I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm all about opportunities for long-term investments. And I'm looking at all kinds of stuff right now. Outside of building my own media empire, I'm looking at other things to invest in. Real estate being one of them, but in a very strategic way, in a way that's not going to stress me out. So I'm looking at some ways to do some real estate investments through some funds, some real estate funds. And I'm not this is not investment information. This is me talking. I'm also looking at some NFT opportunities that I'm going to create, which I think everybody should have an NFT component to their business. I did an NFT back in January. I'm working on a new one now for Good Morning Gwinnett, and I'm excited about that. So that's another opportunity to invest in technology and keep that moving. So I don't know about you, Fish, but I'm working on them investments. As far as somebody's dirty laundry, listen, if you leave me with your dirty laundry, it's going to stay right outside on the ground because I'm not doing it. I don't like doing laundry, especially somebody else's dirty laundry. So you can find yourself left with someone's dirty laundry, put it in a dirty clothes hamper and leave it there. When you feel like you need it, come pick it up. That's all I got to say. All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thiessen. Now let's keep this train moving. All right, so road and parking lot closures effective today. Norcross, yes. So if you're going to Norcross, just know that starting today, Norcross will be hosting a private event. The following streets and parking lots will be temporarily closed. So if you got to go that way, don't go that way. So Thrasher Park and Playground, Buchanan Street and parking spaces, residents access only. The closure will occur from 5 p.m. until 12 a.m. Normal operations hour will resume Tuesday. So that's tomorrow. So if you have to go to Thrasher Park and Playground, Buchanan Street, and parking spaces, if you're not a resident, you would not be allowed in. The street is going to be closed from 5 p.m. this evening until 12 a.m. So don't go there trying to figure out how to park and having a fit because you can't park. I'm telling you that the streets are going to be closed. So don't go there. It's going to resume operations tomorrow. Well, 12 o'clock tonight. So if you know you got to go downtown Norcross, don't go. Because you're going to get stuck out there and you're not going to be able to park. Now you got to figure out how to park. So I'm just trying to help you out before you get there. Somebody's saying, I got to go. Don't go. Just don't go. All right? All right, cool. All right, so, the Gwinnett Place Mall redevelopment is expected to take years to complete. Years. Like, that's going to be, like anything, it's going to take, because they got to do some work in that place. Anyway, Joe Allen does not expect the redevelopment of Gwinnett Place Mall property outwardly to be quick. He just don't. Like the Gwinnett Place Community Improvement District, which Joe Allen is the lead executive director there, is preparing to present an implementation strategy which the county official was used as a guide for redeveloping the 38-year-old property, the mall property. But Allen is already saying the Gwinnett Place Mall redevelopment won't be quick. He said there are various factors that have to be dealt with before construction can take place. So I know people want to get that place back up and running and get it thriving again because it sits on Pleasant Hill, so it's like a major, it's right there in a major artery in Duluth, right? So they want to get it back up and going. And right now, I think the only thing that's still there is like the Macy's is there, and I think some Mart place is there. I've gone to the Macy's a couple of times during Christmas season, but that's a whole big mall that's there. Anyway, they got to do a lot of like I told you before. When I talk to people Saturday who make things happen in Gwinnett County, there are a lot of moving pieces. Literally, like I realize even when I'm trying to do business with the county, I'm like I want things to happen right now, and I have to wait till people come from vacation and family and get 3 or 4 different people in the room. So you get 2 and then 1 is out. It's just a lot of moving pieces. And so to make this vision come true, it's going to take some time for them to implement that strategy. What's nice about it is that it's going to finally start to take place. And that's what's important because the mall has been sitting there. I've been here 9 years. I think it's been empty for probably more than 9 years because it was empty when I got here. So just to make sure, that they're doing the right thing, it's going to take some time. So people, the residents of Duluth just got to be a little bit more patient. It's coming. So what's next for Gwinnett Place Mall redevelopment? It says a drive around the mall property now reveals that some work is already starting to take place on the property in advance of redevelopment. Part of Ring Road, which forms a loop around the former mall, is closed between Mall Boulevard and Gwinnett Place Drive for water and sewer infrastructure construction that is not dependent on a particular strategy. So that part is definitely being taken care of. Gwinnett County is already being proactive, Allen said. They're putting in, he said he believes, $7 million sewer upgrade to get everything ready and doing now before other things happen. So they got to put that, and that makes sense to get the sewer upgrades in place because you don't have to go back and try to figure out how to dig that up later as you build a mall. So they can put all that stuff. That stuff is underground, so you want to get all that laid before you start to build on top of that. So right now, I think right now what's there is the anchor spaces include Macy's, which I said, Mega Mart, I couldn't figure out the name of it, but it's called Mega Mart, Beauty Master, and the former Sears space, which was purchased by an apartment development, Northwood, before COVID pandemic. So Northwood Raven. So they're gonna get it going. It's just gonna take a minute. So if you want to read the full story, go to Gwinnett dailypost.com. You can find the story there. It's gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen as quick as folks think it should happen. You know what I mean? Like, I know they want to happen right now. It's not gonna happen that quick, y'all. As much as y'all want to see something happen, it won't be that quick. So just know that. All right. So I'm gonna go to the song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County and beyond. So stay tuned.
You're kissing my neck and grabbing my leg, pushing me backwards into your bed. Baby, you are all I need, but I don't wanna dive too deep, too deep.
I can feel the tension. Another bottle of this wine, I'll be up in your space, love and affection. Ain't got nothing on me, no, that's not what I need. Maybe on another day, I'd encourage you to make me stay, but baby, I'm just trying to numb my brain and wrap my head around this whole thing. When you're kissing my neck and grabbing my leg, pushing me backwards into your bed, baby, you are all I need, but I don't wanna dive too deep, so I pick up my clothes and be on my saying I can't stay. Baby, you are all I need, but I don't wanna dive too deep, too deep. I think I learned my lesson. You can love somebody else until you're loving yourself. I need some direction before we dive into these sheets. Maybe on another day, I'd encourage you to make me stay, but baby, I'm just trying to numb my brain and wrap my head around this whole thing. When you're kissing my neck and grabbing my leg, pushing me backwards into your bed, baby, you are all I need, but I don't wanna dive too deep, so I pick up my clothes and be on my way, leave you a note saying I can't stay. Baby, you are all I need, but I don't wanna dive too deep, too deep. When you're kissing my neck and grabbing my leg, pushing me backwards into your bed, baby, you are all I need, but I don't wanna dive too deep, so I pick up my clothes and be on my way, leave you a note saying I can't stay. Baby, you are all I need, but I don't wanna dive too deep, too deep.
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Hey, listen, quick commercial. If you are thinking about starting a podcast, but you don't know exactly what you need to be doing, Podcast University is starting on October the 29th. So if you think you want to start a podcast, whether you're a nonprofit, whether you have a business, whether you have a passion for something, you're a poet, you're a singer, you want to figure out how to leverage the platforms of podcasting to grow your space, to grow your message, I'll invite you to enroll in Podcast University. This is where I will be teaching you how to literally start your podcast from scratch. You will not leave out there not knowing what you need to do next, what equipment you need to buy, how often you should podcast, what you're going to talk about, where you're going to find your guests, what platform you should use, can you make money from the podcast. All of this will be discussed in that class. So if you think that's you got a story to tell, you're an author, you want to put your stories out there, if you're a singer, you want to put your music out there, there's a way to do that. Hence, you hear me play music on this show, right? You hear me run my show and I play music. I'm probably one of the only podcasters out there who have music in their show. Like continuous music, not the intros and outros, but my music played through the show. You might want to, if you're a singer and you want to get your music out there, let's talk. Take the Podcast University class. It's affordable and it's going to save you a lot of time. on starting a podcast. So, but to get started, class starts October the 29th. Go to podcastuniversity.training. Podcastuniversity.training. That's going to take you to the Podcast Network website, to that page where you can enroll in class. Class is October. It's a 90-minute class. You don't have to spend weeks and weeks. Yes, it says university, but it's not for a semester. It's for 90 minutes. So if you think that you're ready to start a podcast, you've been saying, I need to start my podcast, but you've just been putting it off because you're like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to make the time. Take the class. You'll learn everything you need to know to get it started. All right, let's get back to the show. Yeah. So we got 3 full weeks of voting, but early voting starts today. Yes, so you can vote today. I hope you register. If you have not registered, you cannot vote. Let me say that again. If you have not registered, you cannot vote. The county is going to have 11 early voting sites available in Gwinnett County, so the voters voter registration can also take place. Residents can vote from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. each day of early voting, which is officially advanced in-person voting between Monday today and November the 4th. So you can actually do early voting starting today until November the 4th. All right. So you need to know where to go vote. There are voting sites. So here's some of the voting sites. There are 11 early voting sites where you can go vote. Grayson Voters Registration and Elections at Beauty P. Baldwin Building. That's located at 455 Grayson Highway in Lawrenceville. Right? You can go there to vote. You can also register there to vote. Bogan Park Community Recreation Center, located at 2723 North Bogan Road in Beaufort. You can go there to vote. Vote. The Decula Park Activity Building, located at 2735 Old Auburn Avenue in Decula. Gas South, Hudgens Centers for the Arts, located at 6400 Sugarloaf Parkway, Building 300 in Duluth. George Pierce Park Community Recreation Center, located at 55 Beaufort Highway in Swanee. Lenora Park Gym, located at 4515 Lenora Church Road in Snellville. Lucky Shoals Park Community Recreation Center, located at 4651 Britt Road in Norcross. Mountain Park Activity Building, 1063 Rockbridge Road in Stone Mountain. Picnieville Park Community Recreation Center, located at 4650 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard in Berkeley Lakes. Rose Jordan Park Community Recreation Center, located at 100 East Krogan Street in Lawrenceville. Shorty Howell Park Activity Building, located at 2750 Pleasant Hill Road in Duluth. Now, early voting sites which have absentee ballot drop boxes include Gwinnett Voters Registration and Elections, Beauty P. Baldwin Building, Decula Park Activity Building, George Pierce Park Community Recreation Center, Lenora Park Gym, Lucky Shoals Park Community Recreation Center, and Picnieville Park Community Recreation Center. These also have drop boxes. So if you have a ballot and you want to drop it in the drop box, you don't want to stand in line to vote, you can actually drop your ballot in the drop box at one of these locations. You can't do any of that if you have not registered to vote. And so if you go to the voting poll and you cannot find your name, they're going to look it up and tell you what you need. You must have the proper ID, and your ID must match your address. So if you have one different address on your ID and one different address on your voter's registration, that's going to be a problem. They need to match. So make sure you have the proper ID, because what you don't want to do is not have your vote counted because you don't have the proper ID. Now, valid ID could be a driver's license, a passport, or a voter registration card, but you're going to have the proper ID to vote, and you're going to have the proper ID to register to vote. Remember, early voting starts today. It's going to run through November 4th, and the regular voting is November the 8th. Voting hours are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., okay? Your vote is important, so make sure that you are registered to vote. Make sure you have the proper ID to go vote. All right, cool. You know, we have a great filming and entertainment community here, and we got some stuff going on here around Gwinnett County, around Georgia. We got some films been made, you know, and it's so funny because you don't know what's happening because they kind of keep it hush hush. And I remember talking to Lisa Anders, and she was saying, you know, they can't really put it out where people are filming because they know if they put it out, you're gonna get bombarded with people who want to show up at the set and get in the way. I remember coming from bowling one night, and we were coming down Martin Chapel Road, and which is it's like part of it is Martin Chapel and the other part is Sweet Gum Road. So it kind of merges and turns off. So one part is Sweet Gum Road, but then the further you go down, become Martin's Chapel. So we were coming from bowling because I always come the back way, and they were filming in this lot. It's like a cornfield right on the left hand side. When you come off of Sweet Gum, you like if you're coming from let's say you're coming from 316 on Winder, and when you get to that light, you make the light pass, not the light at the gas station, come down to the next light, that Sweet Gum right there in Winder. If you make that left, when you make that left and come down probably about a quarter of a mile, there is looks like a farm on the left hand side. They were filming there, and I was like, oh, they're filming. I don't know what they were filming, but they were filming. Like the whole film crew was set up, and it was late. It had to be probably like 9:30, 10 o'clock that night. But anyway, we have a lot of production going on here, and so here's some of the things that they got going on. There are 41 productions in play right now in Georgia. That's a lot, y'all. 41. We got 41 things being filmed right here in Georgia. So there are based on part of Georgia Film Office calculations and other sources, a year ago there were 55 active TV shows and films. So right now we got 41 in production. A year ago we had 55. Not much notable started up except for the CWDC spinoff Gotham Knights. The two big budget films wrapped: Nicole Kidman's Netflix A Family Affair and Disney's Lil Ray Howery Dashing Through the Snow. So that's a Christmas show. Cool. Now you're gonna see these shows, and you probably didn't even know they were filmed right here in Georgia. Other major productions still happening include a Netflix Man in Full with Jeff Daniels and Diane Lane, The Electric State with Millie Bobby Brown, Chris Pratt, Michelle Yeoh, and Stanley Tucci. Fox medical drama The Resident, that's being filmed right here in Georgia. The Georgia Film Office provides live and ever-changing lists of active productions, but is not necessarily complete because production companies voluntarily inform the Georgia Film Office of what's happening. They are not obligated to do so. So that's why sometimes we know, sometimes we don't. Sometimes it's just kept hush-hush so people don't go bombarding them and get in their way. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff that goes on here. What's exciting is that we're right in the middle of it. We're right in the middle of what's going on. What started between September and October? So you had Gotham Knights season 1, that was for the CW. Hot Take Prisoner Love feature series, that's on Tubi. Alabama Correctional Officer Vicky Makes the Mistake of a Lifetime, so that's all on Tubi. You got Deep Fake Indie Movie, Places Please Indie Film, Unfaithful, Caught in the Act VH1, Save Yourself, that's an indie. Man with My Husband's Face, that's on Real One, that was shot here. Will Trent. So we got a lot of stuff. So if you're thinking about trying to figure out, if you need to come and find a great place to shoot, Georgia is a great place to make your films. We got a great place because we still have a lot of rural areas down here. We have a lot of beautiful restaurants. We got some of the most beautiful parks I've ever seen in my life here in Gwinnett County. So you can shoot films right in the county. If you need help with that, we have a film department that's willing to help you do scout location scouting, permits and things like that to make your process of doing production here in Gwinnett County a little bit more simpler. And we got some talented people here. We got a film program at Georgia Gwinnett College. It was a Georgia Gwinnett Tech. One of them, we have a film program. So if you need talent, we have talent. So we got talent here as well. We got talent, we got space, we got resources to help you get your production done affordably and on time. And we got people who are looking to work with you. So check out our film department. All right. Top Shelf Comedy Night. Yes, Comedy Night at Top Shelf Toastmasters. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Join Toastmasters Club for a fun evening of laughs, networking, ice cream, and treats and prizes as we celebrate the 8th successful year in Peachtree Corners. There will be an option to join us via Zoom. So if you want to join them via Zoom, it's meetup.com/Top Shelf FTM. Right? But if you want to go in person, it's TopShelfFTM.com. It's going down tonight at 6:30. So it's gonna be fun and comedy. It looks like it's gonna be fun. They got a little fun thing going on with their Toastmasters group. That's this evening, 6:30 to 8 o'clock. You can go check it out, 3597 Parkway Lane, Peachtree Corners, or just go to TopShelfFTM.com. TopShelfTM.com, which stands for Toastmasters. I was saying FTM. TopShelfTM.com, which stands for Toastmasters. Listen, can you make chili? Yes, it's going down. The Greater East Side Chamber Chili Cook-Off. Can you make chili, baby? You think you the chili boss? Then join us. It's going to be happening. It's going to be happening this November the 12th. If you can do chili, If you can do chili, we want you to be a part of the chili cook-off. Win prizes. That's if you can do chili. Now, if you think you're a chili boss, join. If you can't do chili, you can still join us. We won't tease you if your chili is not the best. But if you think you're a chili boss, come on out. Join us. For more information about how to take part in the chili cook-off, you can go to mygecc.org. mygecc.org. You can go to that and you can learn more about what the chili cook-off is, how to get involved. If you are a vendor and you're not a chili cooker, you're not a chili boss, but you are a boss, and you want to be a vendor at this event also, you can go to mygecc.org to find out more information there. Yep. And so we have vending opportunities available for you to vend at that event as well. So go check it out, mygecc.org. Okay? All right, I'm going to my last song. Then I'm going to come back and give you my word of inspiration for the day before I shut it down for the day. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.
What can I do? You're so loving and gentle to the core. What can I do when you fill me with happiness and much more? What can I do? You're so stunning, I just can't look away. What can I do? I should know by now, you make my day. Never more will dreams expire. Keep it burning, baby, got this fire on my head. And don't dare to let go. Cause each day for you, my love will grow. When you're not here, my heart is screaming out your name. Feels like a heart attack and you can fix the pain. Without you, it's you running through my veins. Your love runs through my veins. Your love runs through my veins. I'll never be the same. Your love runs through my veins. What can I do when you put your hands gently on my face? What can I do if there's tears? You kiss them all away. What can I do? There's no way I could ever walk away. What can I do? I should know by now, you make my day. Never more will dreams expire. Keep it burning, baby, got this fire on my head. And don't dare to let go. Cause each day for you, my love will grow. When you're not here, my heart is screaming out your name. Feels like a heart attack and you can fix the pain. Without you, I will never be the same again. It's you running through my veins. Your love runs through my veins. Oh, your love runs through my veins. I'll never be the same. Your love runs through my veins. Yeah. Your love runs through my veins.
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got. But before I go, I want to give you my words of inspiration for the day, and here goes. It says, change is painful, but nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere you don't belong. Oh, let me say it one more time for somebody that missed it. Change is painful, but nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere where you don't belong. Mandy Hale said that, and she was right. I know somebody is saying right now, I don't belong here. And you're probably absolutely right. You know you don't belong there. But you feel like you have to stay for whatever the reasons. I would challenge you, and my challenge to you is this. If you know you are somewhere that you don't belong, and the thing that's holding you back is the fear of change, push yourself to make that change. Because there are greater things waiting for you, but they will not happen until you push yourself to go to the place that you know you should be going. Somebody needs to hear this right now. You know where you are is not where you're supposed to be. You know that. And you say that to yourself. And people say that to you. But what's holding you there is your fear of change. Change is going to happen. Whether it be in your favor or not, it's going to happen. But it's up to you to make it happen in your favor. So push yourself to make the change that you want to see in your own life. Don't let fear hold you back. Because fear will hold you back. It will stress you out. It will keep you standing where you are. Don't let it do that. Change is going to happen. Let it happen in your favor. All right? So I got for you today. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 56 minutes with me. And I love and appreciate you for that. If you missed any episodes of this show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. And also be sure to connect with me on social media on the Good Morning Gwinnett and download the app from the App Store. So whether you got an Android phone or an Apple phone, there is a Good Morning Gwinnett app in your App Store. So download the app from your App Store. And I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. You guys stay safe out there. And again, thank you for listening. I love you guys for doing so. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Until next time, my friends. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.